Hey everyone, welcome back to Moworks. We've got another interesting video for you today. Today we're going to be kicking off our new series, Will It Save Your Life? Now the topic of this series is to be taking items that may be around your house, maybe around your shop, maybe around your work, and seeing will they stop a bullet and save your life. Today we have a very fun one I actually just thought of on the fly. I have a whole bunch of these videos lined up, and that is, will a roll of duct tape save your life? Now, obviously, like one strand of duct tape, 2, 3, 4, 8, 12 is not going to save your life, but if for whatever reason you happen to be holding a whole roll of duct tape like this, and a bad guy came and shot you, if you hit the duct tape, would it go all the way through into you, or would it stop somewhere in the duct tape? Now, to kick off this series, and something we'll probably touch on each time we do a video like this, is, well, what would a bad guy shoot you with? And I think that there are three major types of firearms, or excuse me, three major calibers you're going to get shot with if you encounter a bad guy, the ones you're most likely to be shot with. And they are this as follows. Number one, 22 long rifle with whatever random bulk ammo they could find. Today we're going to be shooting Aguila hollow points. Alright, so the second caliber that you might get shot with if you were shot by a bad guy is 9mm full metal jacket bulk ammo, just the cheapest of the cheap, whatever they can get their hands on. The cheapest ammo I believe I've ever seen for sale, I picked some up, was this MagTech steel cased ammo. You can see that that steel is actually polished, so it's shiny. Usually it's fairly matte. Give you an example of that. Alright. And number three, maybe the most scary thing that a bad guy might shoot you with out in the wild as they're running around is bird shot shell. So today on Moworks, we're going to be shooting all three of those calibers at our duct tape. And for our ballistic dummy, I've chosen a certain design. So we have our very humble ballistics dummy. It is a 1/2-inch pine board followed by a water bottle. Now the reasoning behind this is, a long time ago, I watched a video by Iraq veteran 8888 in which he discussed some military testing in which they determined that a 1/2-inch pine board took 40 pounds of force to penetrate. They also determined that 40 pounds of force penetrating a human could cause potentially lethal damage, so they would use 1/2-inch pine boards to see if the shrapnel from their grenades or bullets or whatever they were testing at the time, if it went through that 1/2-inch pine board, then that means it could be potentially lethal on a person. Now I added the water bottle to this just to see, would it penetrate that pine board and have enough energy to puncture some, let's say like this is your liver or something, and pop a hole, cause liquid to come out, overall make it more of a reactive target. So that's the reason behind this. I think this is a lot of fun. It's really easy for me to provide. And maybe if this channel blows up, right, we can go buy those $3,000 ballistic zombie torsos. But yeah, this is our humble little beginnings. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, so let's go try it out. Alright guys, we're going to shoot it first with our Heritage Rough Rider 22 long rifle with a 6-inch barrel. And we're going to be using that Aguila 38 grain hollow point. That one has copper plating on it, just pretty cheap bulk ammo I bought. We're going to hit the duct tape first with that. I've been plinking with it all morning, and again, I did confirm the iron sights are very off. I can shoot a tiny group with it at about 7 yards, but it's not where the iron sights are pointed. So we're going to try to hit the duct tape and not anything else. And yeah, let's see how it goes. We're going to shoot here from about 5 yards. Looks like we hit something. Alright. Looks like no penetration into our board or our water bottle. Oh, I felt warm right here. Look at that. So hopefully it's showing up on the camera all right. I know it's a very sunny day, a very lucky sunny December day. But there is a bulge that goes down into there. You can see where the bullet went in, right there. It looks like that 22 stopped about halfway through. Somewhere in there is where I'm guessing it stopped. Yeah, just a little hole. Alright, let's move on to 9mm. So for our purposes here today, we're not going to use a whole new roll. I think that's a little bit wasteful, so we're just going to turn it 90 degrees, so now the 22 hole is sticking straight up, and we have a whole fresh side on both sides to shoot at. Alright, we're back at 5 yards, shooting our 115 grain MagTech polished steel cased ammo. Cheapest stuff I can find. I didn't pay more than, I think I paid a little over $12 per box of 50. So this stuff is pretty darn cheap right now. Definitely something you might get capped with for someone who's strapped for cash. Alright, make sure I'm lined up perfectly. The center of that duct tape. Nice. And would you look at that? No holes. A little scuffed up from that board on the back side, but everything looks good there. Ooh. Now this is a little more gnarly. You can already see there's some penetration there. Hit just about where we wanted to, maybe a little bit high. Went through all the first layer of that duct tape. See it separating. Shot at the back. Shot into here. Hopefully it's showing up for you guys. And oh, appears to have it's either stuck in there really tight or exited out the side. Can't quite tell. So yeah, so far the duct tape has stopped a 22 long rifle. It has stopped a 9mm full metal jacket. Let's see how well it stops, if it stops, our 12 gauge birdshot load. Now I wouldn't be surprised if some of the pellets went around and hit the water bottle, but hopefully not. We'll just see if any penetrate through the duct tape. So unfortunately, well actually, that's a little bit interesting, because look at this. The bottom was torn off, and there's a couple pellet hits right here on this side, and a lot of pellet hits right here on the right side, but there's none in the middle where the duct tape was. Ooh, that's nasty. Look at that. Oh. Kind of want to take a bite. It's almost like bubblegum consistency. It's all warm. Ugh. I don't know what I thought was going to happen. I didn't think it was going to be that bad, though. Ugh. I was all thinking, like, we're going to use this on the channel for like a couple weeks in different projects. Ugh. Trying to pop that back out a little bit, but no, it just totally caved that thing. Totally dented it in. Oh man. But, if you look at this, None of them penetrated through the duct tape. They all hit in a small cluster on the bottom here, and a very, very small cluster on the left side. But if somehow, if he was like basically barrel stuffing the gun into the duct tape, you might be okay. Maybe. Yeah, try not to get hit with birdshot. Little, I'll poke a whole bunch of little holes. I guess you would probably survive, but you would definitely have some like patterning on the sides, you know? Alright, I have one more idea in mind. Alright, we have one last test. This one's more just for fun. This is not something I would expect to encounter out in the wild, but we have some 5.56 green tip. This is labeled as LAP, light armor penetrating. It's really just has a mild steel core, helps it penetrate some objects. Not particularly like body armor, but you know, like car windows, bricks, whatnot, for those type of applications. Let's see if it'll penetrate the duct tape and hit our new fresh ballistic dummy on the other side. I think it has a high chance of going all the way through, especially at 5 yards. Let's try it out. Well, this is strange. I'm not seeing any bullet hole, but the bottom of our water bottle is blown out again. Let's check out the duct tape, see if that gives us any answers. Alright, so because we were so close, and this is something I forgot to account for, we're actually hitting lower with our AR-15 because I have those flip-up sights that add about an inch. So we hit about an inch low from where we were shooting, and it appears that it went straight in there, went through an indeterminate amount of duct tape, and I think probably zipped through about there, and just absolutely took out the bottom of our water bottle. Just absolutely bypassed all of its protective properties. It's a skin and bone. So couldn't really account for that, but I'm running out of time for today, so I think we'll just call that little fun part of the experiment moot. Alright, I want to thank you guys again for tuning into Moworks today. I really appreciate it. I apologize if today's video seems a little choppy or uncoordinated. I find that the days where the sun is beaming down on me, even if it's nice and cool like it is, it's almost like it muddles my thoughts. I have a little bit harder time presenting, but thank you for bearing with me. Little tiny channel update. I know a lot of you guys were recommending that I come out here with people when I do this. Sometimes that's possible, sometimes it's not. One recommendation that I did take though is that I did go and I bought some, this one's called Quick Stop. It's basically just Quick Clot. It has a non-stick blood stopper. I assume that means anticoagulant. Supposed to be able to do wound packing with this, pressure bandage. It's supposed to work as a temporary tourniquet if you need it to. I imagine I'd have to use something like my pocket knife or some other little stick to twist it, use it as the key. But I am coming out with this stuff. I packed 2 packs of this with me today, just in case if I'm shooting a steel target or if I hit a rock and something goes and, you know, cuts me or hurts me in any way, I can just, you know, rip open one of these, you know, put a band-aid on it and get myself some help. Help really isn't too far away, but even if it's, you know, like 5 minutes away and I have a heavy bleed, it's best just to get something on it to stop that blood, to coagulate it, get it soaking up. I plan to just open one of these, maybe do like a little review on it or a YouTube short if you guys want to, just because I really want to open one of these, try it out, make sure that it works beforehand before I just go, you know, low-key betting my life on them. So, everyone that stuck around to the end, thank you so much. Like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you're interested to see more Will X Save Your Life videos. I hope you enjoyed this first one, and I'll catch you next time.